guys, welcome back to another video. And firstly, I just want to apologise. I've been really busy once again, and even though I did like warn you in my update video, I always feel bad for not posting for a few days, or like just not posting as I usually would. But yeah, I'm back on this, and again, there will probably be a few days. I'm working to a point where I can hopefully start posting every day again, but I don't think that's going to be for the next few weeks at least. But anyway, I'm still going to try and post as much as possible because I still want to see these videos. And this is a bit unique. This is sort of linked to my last... Well, this is linked to my last baseball video in a sense. And a few comments in the suggestions were saying to react to this because obviously, again, with 9/11, I'm not 100% clued up on everything. But obviously I know Osama bin Laden is like... Well, I think he was the most wanted man at one point. And then obviously when he was killed... And yeah, this video is to do with that, and the video title is The Night Osama bin Laden Was Killed, May 1st, 2011, full feature, HD. People were saying this is like when this was announced to the crowds. I think it's just baseball, I'm not 100% sure, I think this is just baseball, but like the crowd reactions to when this was announced. And I'm actually really interested to see, because I mean, I'm not too into like sort of politics and like war crime and all these kind of things. I sort of try and steer away from that, but I still know sort of like the ins and outs of certain things that you sort of need to understand, so I can understand who this guy is, etc. But yeah, I'm really like interested in seeing this, especially with what's going on in the US now, like just seeing how people can get together for certain things, because obviously what's going on now, firstly I just hope all of you guys are safe. And yeah, because what's going on is crazy. Like I feel like it's sort of like a revolution going on, and obviously I'm not there, so I can't obviously explain everything, but it's just crazy what I'm seeing on Twitter, etc. I hope you guys are staying safe. And yeah, because I don't want to get into it too much, because again, I'm not too like sort of clued up on everything that's going on. But again, with everything going on, I hope you guys are well. And yeah, hopefully my videos will help you with that. And this video may not be for everyone, but from what people are suggesting, this seems very interesting, and I just want to check it out. But yeah, let's get into this. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And yeah, man, let's check this out. Sorry for the long ass intro. I've always got to sort of like let you guys know what's going on. I do apologise for that. I'm excited, man, for what this is going to be about. So this is a baseball stadium.
We had a division rivalry between the Mets and the Phillies. The ballpark was full. It was a really lively atmosphere, but you know, at the time I just thought I was sitting down to do a regular baseball game.
We didn't know what was going on. We just knew something special happened. And I don't know how to describe that when you don't know what's going on, but you know it's special.
The afternoon was spent on pins and needles. I wasn't watching sports that night.
Man. This must have been such a relief for the American people. Not even just Americans, just people in general, but especially Americans.
Another packed house here at Citizens Bank Park, and an awfully nice night for a ball game here in Philadelphia. The New York Mets and the Philadelphia Phillies, Sunday night baseball. You know, it's always a rivalry when a New York team and a Philadelphia team get together.
I think for the most part we respected one another, but I think certainly we didn't like each other.
When I was wearing red and white pinstripes, I couldn't stand orange, black, and blue. I just couldn't.
The Mets-Phillies rivalry, it's based on pride.
Wait, so what I'm seeing, like the players talking, like I'm guessing when this gets announced, the players are going to go crazy as well. I feel like this is what this is building up to, and if that's the case, this is about to be like a movie, man. Like the scenes of this, if the players like sort of like start celebrating on the pitch, that's going to be crazy.
There's a little bit of a big brother, little brother issue going on, I think.
It's always extra special, obviously. That rivalry.
Sorry.
There's always electric atmosphere.
Even in our production meeting prior to, I remember someone making the point that this is the only show in town. And by that, I mean really the only major sporting event going on across the country. And that's not often the case.
Wow. What was the sixth inning? That's one.
No 2 count on the lead. On a swing and a foul tip held by Paulino. Lee strikes out. 1 down.
Okay.
Watching the game, we have monitors here, watching Twitter on the laptop, and the White House reporters that I follow, they started talking back and forth about the president has called a news conference.
Our news editor, Claire Smith, passed a note along at some point to me, POTUS news conference tonight. To me, honestly, you know, I'm locked in on what's going on in the field. I'm not even factoring in what this could mean.
And Young strikes him out as the Phillies leave the bases loaded here in the 7th inning.
This is some goosebump type stuff, man. 10:48, bottom of the 8th inning. Still 1-0.
It was a one-run ball game. The tying run was on base, and Ryan Howard's coming up. But all of a sudden, you become aware of something else.
So the game was nearly to the end as well.
I got a text from a buddy who always watched games, and he said they got Bin Laden.
Bobby nudged me with his elbow and showed me his phone. You know, this isn't in the play-by-play handbook. They don't tell you how to deal with this one.
There were rumors that Osama bin Laden had been, you know, the United States had got him, and that they'd killed him.
Tom Archer, our producer, right away said, we're trying to corroborate it. Don't say anything yet. We're preparing a statement. So you try to put it out of your mind for a second.
Was he the commentator? Because I think with like I think I saw like the headphones with the speakers on it. If he was a commentator, or even being a commentator and not being able to talk about it, you're like waiting to have to announce it. That must have been hard, because for the relief of him, like again, for the Americans, just the relief must have been something different, man.
And you keep calling
next
the game.
level.
They've only got 2 hits in this game. They've got 3 hits in this game. Mayberry getting the wave. The throw from Bay.
So the fans are already like getting loud, and they don't even know what's going on yet.
When we understood what was happening and that this was less a rumor and more fact, we said we're going to bring the announcers on camera at the end of the 8th inning.
Ground ball to second.
This is going to be an absolute. This is going to be absolute scenes, man.
Some breaking news for those of you who have been with us on the ball game. ABC News is reporting that Osama bin Laden has been killed, and a presidential news conference is upcoming momentarily.
I think thereafter, we had our eyes open for when that bit of news was going to find its way into the 40,000 plus people who were at Citizens Bank Park.
40,000, Jesus. Talk about the 9th inning.
At the very beginning of the 9th inning, my now wife, fiance at the time, just happened to be on her phone, I guess. It wasn't the most entertaining game for her.
On CNN, an article popped up about, it's not confirmed yet, but it looks like bin Laden has been killed. And then, you know, I turned to my fiance and said, hey, look at this is something.
My friend next to me, she suddenly lets out a, oh my God, we killed bin Laden. After that, it just, everything changed.
Got a chant of USA as the news.
Oh, so they know, yeah?
The crowd.
Come on.
There were 2 events going on at once. One was a baseball game.
That's true, man.
One is a hugely significant world event, which people, one by one, are finding out about around the ballpark.
Once the word was started to leak out, we were told to find people sharing cell phone information with people beside them, find people that were excited, jumping up and down. That night, it was pretty easy to find good shots.
That's when I decided to pull out my phone. It just kind of struck me as this is like a once-in-a-lifetime kind of moment.
That's so sick. Man, it's the whole crowd. I'm guessing the more people found out, the louder it was getting, right?
There's no place in the world right now where there are more Americans gathered than in that ballpark. And they were all experiencing this rush of emotion simultaneously and spontaneously.
Look at them all come up, man.
The players, of course, had no idea what was going on.
Oh, so they didn't.
Very rarely do you hear USA chants break out, you know, out of nowhere. So it's kind of just a bit of a state of confusion, then you get locked in for your bag.
And I'm thinking, what national team's playing and who are they playing and who they beat?
Was there a soccer game going on? I thought maybe there was a hockey game going on. I was confused.
They had no clue.
And it kind of took me off of what I was doing.
Just missed outside of the knee.
I can see that, like, sort of like the excitement or the eagerness to know what's going on. That would put your mind off completely, like, off the game. Like, I can sort of I can't relate, but I can see where he's coming from with that.
And a base runner for the Mets here in the ninth.
The fans probably weren't even bothered with like what was going on in the field and like by the end of it, were they? Probably a bit.
Right is running. And steals
Their
it.
sort of mind must have been on.
Let's go down to field level with Wendy Nix. Wendy?
Well, Dan, you're exactly right. As word begins to filter through the ballpark about Osama bin Laden, the players, at least in the Phillies dugout, are clearly unaware. They don't have the same devices that we have. I was directly adjacent to the Phillies dugout. They're looking at me, like, you know, and they're looking at each other, and they're looking at their manager. And the obvious question, do you know what's going on?
And here comes the USA chant again.
Look at this picture.
We didn't know what was going on. We just knew something special happened. And you're in an out, but you're in an in. You're a part of it, but part of what?
Yeah. Everyone, man. Oh my god.
Jason Bay is going to be the batter.
I got no idea what's going on. And I'm Canadian, you know, and I'm thinking, I've been called a lot of things, especially in Philly, but, you know, the USA thing, they're trying to get under my skin.
He's just like, what the hell?
Tied at 1 in the ninth.
No idea.
In the air to center field. Inning over.
Man, I want to see the players find out on the field, man.
Everybody's coming into the dugout, and we're all kind of looking at each other, and you know, obviously the chants are still going, and we're sitting there going, okay, what's happened here? And the trainer kind of breaks the news to all of us.
That's kind of how it spreads, is by that word of mouth. Obviously, you know, no question, the baseball game becomes secondary to, you know, the news and the president, you know, addressing the country, you know, a few minutes after that.
The White House has just announced that the president will address the nation about 1 minute from now.
Okay.
Good evening.
I've never seen this
Tonight,
before.
I can report to the American people and to the world that the United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden, the leader of Al-Qaeda, and a terrorist who's responsible for the murder of thousands of innocent men, women, and children.
What we remembered right away was the chants that we started hearing outside the White House. And, you know, my working assumption is that if people had gathered that quickly outside of the White House, chanting USA, USA, that across the country, the same thing was taking place.
Man.
That's a strike away.
But I said near the end of the game earlier in the video. I was completely wrong with that. That's my bad. It's too.
Got him. The breaking ball to get him Mayberry, and finally the New York Mets hang on to beat the Phillies 2-1 tonight.
Here we are, a team from New York, a team from Philadelphia, rivals, playing one another, trying to knock each other's teeth out, but the game isn't that significant anymore.
It's weird, just being able to high five and hug Phillies fans and have that common ground. Fans you're supposed to be enemies with. All of a
Bringing
sudden,
people together,
it became
man.
a moment of celebration.
The
a moment of
happiness
pride.
must have, like, sort of the happiness, is that even a word? Like, sort of like the, I guess happiness is the word. Like, or like just the sort of excitement and sort of like the joy that people felt from this sort of moment, from such an evil person. Like, I feel like they were searching for him for the longest amount of time. And yeah, for that to happen, like, for the people, like, all the fans and all the people together, and then the players, like, to be able to come together, like you said, that usually wouldn't happen. It shows, like, sort of like the, again, just sort of the moment, like it's something to savor, isn't it?
For one night, you know, it wasn't Philadelphia,
40,000
New York, it was
people.
the United States of America coming together. That's something special.
Man, this is a cool little video, actually. Is that yeah, that's it. That was a good video, man. I really enjoyed this, and again, this may not be for everyone, but I actually really like these sort of, like, it's not story type videos, but like these videos like show like the crowd, or like a sport, like people coming together when a certain thing happens. And I feel like this could be like a thing that I could check out more, like certain scenarios when something gets announced, the sort of crowd reactions or the player reactions Because man, like stuff like this, it goes to show like the sort of like the camaraderie that people can have, even when they're rivals. Like I know Philadelphia and New York, like they're two cities that are pretty close, so I assume they have a big rivalry with that. And yeah, this is a really enjoyable video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, it's a bit different, but stuff like this is just, I like finding out these sort of more unique sort of videos to watch, because I don't like doing the same old things. I like doing things that usual reactors wouldn't see and things that I wouldn't see personally, because I think it's a better way to sort of learn and sort of enjoy a sport. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Read a few comments. Imagine being so hated, the full stadium and entire country celebrate your death. But it's like the hate was fair as well. Like to be that hated, it was deserved because of how evil Bin Laden was, wasn't it? I can't believe Obama didn't say, "Ladies and gentlemen, we got." For God's sake, that meme, bro. For when people actually cared for one another in America was, man, and especially with what's going on currently. Like what's going on in the US now is like it's actually nuts. It's nuts. And I'm looking at this picture. I know this is irrelevant to what I'm saying. How tall is Obama? He's next. Is that? Forgive me if I'm wrong. Is that Shaq that he's next to? I may be wrong with that, but if it is, Obama's huge. I can't actually see his face, so I'm not too sure who that is. But yeah, I'm probably completely wrong with that. If people have got to this point of the video and it's not him, I'm going to get memed. But I can't even see who that is. But if that is, Obama's huge, but this is completely irrelevant. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and why has this just popped up? Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and until next time, like, subscribe, peace.